So this is the one where your starters are going to play. You might even game plan a little bit more than you do with a normal preseason game. And then you've got to decide, do you bring them back after halftime and get them going again in the third quarter so they're ready to go when the regular season begins? I'm eager to see how these coaches will handle that.
The Commanders' defense ready to go here in this final tune-up. And one of the guys to keep an eye on will be this man, a cornerback in his 5th NFL. Right to the air is Jackson. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Jackson on a give to Dobbins. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Here's Jackson to throw. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And he will have the Ravens first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the mark and following a gain of 6. Jackson, option right. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week. That they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway. Jackson flush to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. To throw is Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to... Again, Jackson will keep it. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it
for a loss. And he fires one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. The 20. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and block for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play.
But right there, it paid off. The Commanders back out there on defense. They'll start by looking at a 1st and 10 at the 25. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick 6 toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. You know, last week I remember asking you what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 in the preseason. Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays. You kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
Back out as a Commander defense. They'll have to defend the short field here as this drive begins with a 1st and 10.
Come on, let's go. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep, and he is going to lose yardage here. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they've run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. Tucker's kick is good. And they are on the board. But so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted. But he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards. The Commanders back out there on defense. They're in a somewhat unenviable position here to start the drive with the ball already up near midfield. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop with just over a minute to go before halftime. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Wallace. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 3, and they trail 7-3, but getting close to changing that. And this defense hoping to limit them to a field goal to preserve the lead. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a 1st down.
Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now Jackson. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. Week 3 of the preseason is here. Everyone wrapping up their exhibition schedule. No games for the league on Labor Day weekend. And then it all begins. The 17-game regular season gets underway on the Thursday after Labor Day with the NFL kickoff game. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Washington. And it was a tricky half to figure out numbers-wise. They've got the lead, but you'd figure they're definitely talking about ways to get this passing game back on track. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they too have found passing lanes.
Back out as a Commander defense. They hold the lead here in this third quarter, but every drive important in a one-score game as this one begins 1st and 10 here. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Another run here with Dobbins. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he stopped right around the 29. Just a 1 yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. The Commanders back out there on defense. They've got the upper hand in terms of field position as this drive starts inside the offense's 10-yard line. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep, and he is going to lose yardage here. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down of the process. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. Jackson. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll look to throw here. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers. as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Washington getting the victory here. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.